What's up, everybody? It's Steven here with Power Motorcycles USA, and I have a little surprise behind me. It is one of my favorite bikes that we have here at the showroom floor. Maybe it's the heritage in me, maybe it's the style. I came from the Harley world, mostly cruisers, performance cruisers, things like that, and I really think that this is I don't know. I think this is a bike that Harley guys can appreciate. They can understand it and they can really enjoy it, even though it's what would be considered a European bike. But without further ado, I give you the 2026 Multistrada V4. Tonight and tomorrow, I'm going to be putting it through its paces. I'm going to ride it as if I would ride my own, and I'm going to let you guys know how it is. I hope to give you guys an honest review of this bike, and hopefully I do it justice with my riding style and my riding experience. So stay tuned. I will stitch in the video here.
Right, so the video I recorded last night did not actually record, from what I understand, which is kind of funny, but it gave me a lot of time to think about what I was going to say this morning. So last night I had my initial thoughts of this bike are, first and foremost, it's an amazing motorcycle. Hold on, I got sugar sand in my neighborhood, and it's early in the morning, and I don't want to drop this bike on the first 5 minutes. Okay, so yesterday I left work, and I rode it in urban mode, which was okay. Looking back on it now, it was probably the reason why I was second guessing this bike. Coming from the cruiser world, I just didn't like the throw of the shifter. I felt like I didn't get enough feedback in my foot for how much I was in gear. It just felt like I was half shifting the entire time. The bars, the bar height, the bar placement, I know you can roll them forward for like quote-unquote off-road use. I don't know who's taking a Multistrada off-road, but I want to meet him. Alright, see me? See me. Cool. Alright, so then I rode this bike to dinner with my family, or to have dinner with my family. On my way back, I put my backpack in my wife's car, and I put the bike in, and I had some fun with it, and man, oh man, did my thought process change. So when you put it in sport mode, you get even less in the foot because of this quick shift, which at first was kind of weird to me. But then it felt totally fun. I was just blasting through the gears. I wish there was more of a display. Maybe I just need to pay attention to the placement of the display, make sure I'm not over shifting or over revving. I'm used to early revs, which is you're shifting at 35, 4500. If you're really giving it. This, I'm sitting at 4500 in fourth gear. It's cruising. Overall, really amazing bike. I'm 5'8", 30-inch inseam, and I tiptoe this bike. I was saying last night on these adventure bikes, Um, on these adventure bikes in the past, I'd never really know where to sat compared to the cruisers, whether I should scoot all the way up and have like my butt touching the passenger seat, or all the way up and kind of bumping and grinding on the tank. But now I'm kind of getting used to it. Today when we do our ride, I'm not going to wear my backpack, so I'm going to feel more comfortable, and I'm going to put in touring mode. I'm going to play around with the configuration of it, just because I have in sport mode now. I'm going to jump on the highway. It's going to be a great ride on the highway. I am also testing out my new to me Cardo Spirit HD, which already I love. I definitely will be getting the HD speakers in the future, but initial review is it's great, super easy to function. I thought reaching up to my helmet was going to be funky, but not at all. I wish there was a more of a pause button. I just maybe think I need to figure that out. But with these adventure bikes, again, I'm 5'8", 30-inch inseam, and I'm tiptoeing it for the most part, which that's my riding style. I like that. I just think that's a comfortable thing for me. I also like the ability of seeing a curb and going, I can go over that. Because why not? So today we're going to put this bike through the paces some more, about a 10-mile commute to work, and then we'll be putting about roughly 90 to 100 miles on it today in our group ride. So bike's definitely quiet when you're listening to music. I would definitely, again, coming from the cruiser world, love a throatier pipe to it, something that gives it some bass to its voice, some growl. But you can hear that downshift and that second gear pull. It definitely's got some bark to it. I mean, this is the V4. I love the V4 just because of the size of the tank, the size of the body. Feel like in the past the V2s are just smaller, at least the ones that we have in our inventory. I like a beefier bike. I like something that's got some weight to it, some substance, so I feel like I'm on a big bike. But I like the baggers, things like that. I've ridden ultras and whatnot. But like I rode an MT-09 the other day. That was probably one of my smallest bikes I've ridden, and honestly love that. Definitely will have one of those in my garage in the future. It was just a super fun, nimble bike. I did adjust the clutch a little bit last night, the lever. I just felt like it had too much throw. Adjusted my hand and forgot about that power band. Yeah, so I got pretty big hands, and but I still wanted to adjust it. Riding around the dealership, just moving bikes, I don't wear gloves, but putting my gloves on, I lose some of that feel, some of that where it is on my fingertip, where the lever is. So I just adjusted a little bit to compensate for that. And yeah, definitely made an improvement. There's a little switch or little rotation on both levers for adjustability, which I really appreciate from factory, that you get to do that. You get a little bit of customization with that before you have to go and buy full set of adjustables. merging on the highway in Florida is probably the most thing, because it's either we're entering like NASCAR or we're doing this. I'm doing 50 currently, which is bold. And I live along the most dangerous stretch of highway in America. Learn how to ride and drive in this area. So it's just interesting. On the highway, I did not take the bike on the highway last night. I took US 1 coming home just because I had to go beachside, and it was so windy on US 1 yesterday. So to give it an honest review about it, how stable it was, now it feels like I would be lying to you. This is great. Super comfortable. Do not feel like I'm doing the speeds I'm doing. And then, like, I'm comparing this to 30-year-old Harleys, new Harley, comparing this to BMW RTs that I've taken. Like, I took the 2026 and the 25 BMW R1300 RTs, and I do not like that on the highway at all. It feels light on its feet. I didn't like it. Now this bike I love. And like GSA R1300 GSA, again, super comfortable on the highway, super planted, did not have any question about how it felt. So this, and Ducatis are one of my favorites too. So that exit we just passed is going to be the road we'll be going down this morning on a ride, so looking forward to that. We're going to take the back roads to get to it because 95 sucks. And I wanted a big group of people to come out. I should mention, beyond my Cardo, this is my new helmet. This is an LS2 in the forged carbon, and absolutely love it. So this is a race inspired helmet. You're talking DOT approved as well as European standards, which, given the fact that I have kids, I very much appreciate. I'd like to make it home at the end of the day. But I was told it was a loud helmet because it's a race helmet. But my last one was a Biltwell lane splitter, and that is just a price point helmet. It's DOT approved, but I'd consider it just a couple steps above a novelty. It's definitely, I'll say I own that helmet, or I've ridden with that helmet for over 5 years now. Very comfortable. No vents whatsoever. So if you're riding in Florida, Arizona, anything like that, that's going to be a super hot helmet for you. You're going to want a helmet with some vents on it. Like this helmet that I'm rocking now has so many vents on it. I'm not sweating. It's light. It's definitely got some noise to it, but I think people need to curb their expectations on noise. Get the concert earplugs. We sell them at the dealership. I love those. They only allow us certain frequencies in, so you still hear your music, or you still hear the sirens. That's really important to me. Hear a beeping car noise. Sometimes I've spaced out on long road trips and realized there was a car in my blind spot because of the tire noise or something like that. So that's up to you guys. That's rider discretion. So I'll probably need hearing aids by the time I'm 80. the way I listen to my music in my truck. So it's a give or take. To each their own. But yeah, overall, really nice helmet. I had the guys that installed the pin lock for me, so that way I don't get the fog in the cool days. But I always rock a dark part of the road kind of gets bumpy. I always rock the dark tin shields or mirror shields. I used to do a lot of riding in the day, commuting from dealership to dealership. And then I just dealt with it at night or would rock clears and open the visor. So, but this one's got the internal sunglasses in it. This is my first helmet that has that, so I'm excited to put that to use. Because I did try to put some sunglasses on last night and it wasn't overly comfortable. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, we've been on the highway about 10 minutes now. Again, as comfortable as it can get. I could definitely see putting some crash bars on this bike, something that I can hook a heel on, put my feet up. This bike on cruise control, I haven't really attempted to look at controller how to set it. I know the buttons are right here on my right, or on my left, excuse me. But oh, one of the things I did mention last night is it doesn't seem like the turn signals are obvious enough. You're riding a motorcycle, like I tell my kids when they bike to school, job to make sure people see you. So again, like that pipe I was referring to earlier, it definitely needs some bark to it so people know you're there. These European bikes are just quiet. Europe. But it just needs something brighter, if that's the route you're going. That's your prerogative. I will say my last bike did not have any turn signals, but I had a very bright headlight taillight combo. And my bike was also one of the loudest bikes probably around. Now these Florida roads, I don't know if you could see that over the windshield. Slices in the concrete that will grab your wheel if you're not careful. These bikes warm up, you can much easier find neutral coming up to a stop. Running them around the dealership and they're cold, it feels like it's hard. I always feel like it's a safety mechanism for when you're speed shifting, you don't find that false neutral. But again, I came from 30-year-old Harleys where that was common. Super comfortable to stand up on. I can see how this is an adventure bike through and through. Yeah.
Hey everybody, Steven here with Power Motorcycles USA. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed my review of the 2026 Multistrada V4. Stay tuned as I review more motorcycles we have at our dealership here at Power Motorcycles USA. We are a certified Ducati, BMW, and Indian dealership from service, sales, as well as parts and accessories. So come on down, stay tuned for more of our events, and follow us here on our channel. Thanks again.